My husband and I had been married for 7 years. Our relationship was stronger, so I thought. We weren't perfect, but we trusted each other. We'd been talking about ways to keep the spark alive, and eventually, the conversation shifted toward opening things up just a little. Just a bit of adventure. Nothing crazy. It started as a joke, a what if conversation after too many glasses of wine. But then, one night, my husband brought it up again sober. He was serious. He suggested that bringing someone else in might add some excitement to our bedroom. I was hesitant at first, but the way he framed it made sense. We were solid, we had no trust issues, and we would set clear boundaries. It would be a one-time thing, just for fun. So, after weeks of discussion, we found a guy we both knew through mutual friends. Let's call him Adam. Adam had just gone through a bad breakup, and he was charming, easygoing, and incredibly attractive. It felt like the safest option. Someone we trusted, but who wasn't too close to us. The night finally happened. Drinks were poured, nerves were high, but overall, it was exciting. It wasn't perfect, but it was new. And at the time, I thought it had brought my husband and me even closer. I was wrong. The days following the experience were different. My husband seemed off, distant. I asked if he regretted it, but he denied it. I chalked it up to post-experiment weirdness and let it go. Then, one night, I woke up to find my husband wasn't in bed. I checked the house and found him on the patio, smoking, alone. Can't sleep? I asked. He exhaled slowly, didn't look at me. Yeah, just thinking. I asked him what was wrong, but he just shook his head and said, nothing. I'm fine. But he wasn't fine. The following weeks turned into emotional torture. My once attentive, loving husband barely touched me. He worked late more often, avoided deep conversations, and seemed lost in thought constantly. It was as if I had done something wrong, but I couldn't figure out what. And then the messages started. I noticed him texting more than usual, always quick to turn his phone screen away from me. A few times I caught glimpses of Adam's name. I didn't want to be the jealous, overthinking wife, but my gut told me something was off. So, one night, when he was asleep, I did what I swore I'd never do. I went through his phone, and my entire world crumbled. Hundreds of messages. At first, they seemed innocent, talking about work, life, casual things. But as I scrolled further, my stomach tightened. The messages had changed. They had become something else. My husband had fallen for him. He told Adam things he hadn't told me in years. How he felt trapped in our marriage. How he never realized his feelings for men until that night. How, when he touched Adam, it felt right in a way it never had with me. I read in excruciating detail how he felt guilty but couldn't stop thinking about him. How he loved me, but not the way a husband should love a wife. How he was terrified of hurting me, but even more terrified of living a lie. I sat there, shaking, phone still in my hands. My heart was racing, my body frozen. This wasn't just some harmless fling gone wrong. This was my marriage unraveling in front of me. And I had no idea what to do. When I confronted him the next morning, he didn't deny it. He just sat there, head in his hands. It didn't matter. The damage was done. Now, here I am. My husband, who I thought was my soulmate, is in love with someone else. And not just someone else, but another man. The irony? If he had just told me from the start, I would have supported him. But now I'm left with nothing but betrayal and the ruins of our marriage. I don't know where to go from here. Do I try to salvage what's left? Or do I walk away? Part of me wants to scream at him. Part of me wants to hold him and tell him it's okay.
I will be very grateful if you subscribe to our channel.